Hello everyone.
Well, the belt on the old John Deere finally blew out. Not sure what happened. Seems to be jammed in back there. So I've got to take this deck out. It's never been out since I've had it, and inspect. So to get the belt out, gonna need to pull that pin out so I can release this bar. And very much like my Craftsman tractor, there's a pin here for this drag link, and a pin here, and a pin here. And that's the bar that raises the deck. Let's take a look on the other side. So I've got to get this pin out, and this one. Or if not this one over here. Then it looks like that's all it takes to get this deck out of here. So I'll go ahead and pull the pins. I don't know if you noticed, but this plate here is on there inside out. That needs to be flipped over. This side should be toward the frame.
This linkage is flipped around so that the side with the 90-degree edge is facing the frame instead of facing out.
See, that has a 90-degree bend in it. So it should be around this way. So that can sit flat against here, and then there can be a washer here between this and the pin. And drop that pin down in here somewhere. Oh well, I'll get it when I pull the deck out. But it would be better if they had a washer behind here, like I believe is probably the recommendation. And I might as well get this out too, because if I can put a washer behind there, I will. And I think it wants to go that way. Not completely sure on that. I'm going to have to look at the manual.
Yes, that linkage goes like this.
There's that pin I dropped. Well, I went ahead and blew all the grass off of this, or enough so I can work on it anyway. And I made a ugly discovery under here. When I take this guard off, we'll all be able to see what the extent of the damage is. There's definitely some damage. What in the heck? Maybe it's not damaged, it's just the belt. Man, look at the way this belt wrapped around this thing. Jeez. You know what happened? The belt flipped over inside out. So it's going this way instead of in the groove that way. Over here, look, the narrow part of the belt. Over here, the narrow part of the belt is on the flat part of the tensioner. It should be the other way around. Here too. What the heck? Somehow the belt flipped over. But this is the proper pattern here. Okay, here's how it's going. It's going around the drive pulley that way, so that direction. Then around here, around here, around here, around here, here, and back out. So the drive pulley is pulling this belt that way. On the opposite of the drive pulley, it's going around the tensioner. Okay, well, I have a brand new belt to put on, so let's see how that works out.
That sounds bad. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. Terrible. Good. Bad. 1 out of 6 bearings sounds good. The other 5 sound like they're not long for this world.
There aren't any grease fittings on these. What's going on, John Deere? That kind of sucks.
Terrible.
I might be able to oil those. Let that soak right in there. Fill it right up. Hopefully it'll soak down in there and get past whatever seal there might be on that. Jeez. This is 15 millimeter.
These actually appear to be good quality bearings. They're just very old and it's time to replace them. I'm contemplating refreshing the deck over the winter, but for now these bearings are going to have to hang in there.
I don't think there's going to be any oil getting past those seals.
This is what I'm after. 15 seconds. It looks good.
Okay, that's it. As long as it's the right length to fit on the tractor now. So I went ahead and mounted the deck yesterday and actually ran the mower for a bit just to test everything out. You can see back here that I used washers under these pins. That takes a lot of the slop out of the system, even up here. And what I didn't show you was how to get that belt off the PTO pulley there, off the drive pulley. How to get it off and put it back on. So there's the tensioner pulley. It's on that belt tension bracket that is tensioned by spring pressure. You use a 15mm socket, like so. And you can just move it like that to release the tension. So you release the tension and the belt is able to come off the pulley very easily. And then when you're reinstalling the deck, you release the tension by pulling on the handle. I'm using a breaker bar. And that gives you all kinds of slack in the belt. And that's that. It's really simple. Works very well. That's the pulley there. The way to set this deck level, basically what I'm doing is leveling it from side to side. Lay a piece of 2x stock underneath both sides. You can see I have a 2x4 under it there. And a 2x6 there. I let the deck down onto the 2x4 right here. Right here the handle is, it's between notches on the adjustment here. So I know there's no weight on that linkage. The linkage isn't pushing down or pulling up. Now I need to loosen those bolts and let the deck just drop onto the 2x so that both sides are even. That's a 15mm socket. It really wasn't that tight, so I don't know how well that was holding, which might be why it was crooked. I'll go loosen up the other side now. And this thing is all the way at the top of the slot. The other side is actually a little bit different. This one's almost at the top. It's about a 1/4 inch down. I'm going to say they're probably pretty even there. I mean, the linkages are worn differently. Just tighten this one up. Okay, well, the difference in the adjustment on these plates is different now than it was before I started. So there's probably a difference. And the two sides of the deck are probably more level. So I have that on the number 2 notch here. Alright, so let's see what this looks like. That's 3. That's 3.5, or 2.5. So at 2.5 it's touching barely. Let me check the other side. Yeah, that's pretty good. Up to 3.5 here. I'm just going to eyeball it and see if it looks about right. Here, I'll bring you along with me. The height of the wheels looks good. Yeah, wheel height about the same. Maybe. It's about the same. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up and go do some mowing and see how it works.
The new belt is running smooth and it's a nicer, even cut. I'm satisfied with these results. Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to like and subscribe.